welcome back to Zombie Exodus. And I'm going to be doing episodes of Zombie Exodus every Wednesday because I have a lot of time in the morning. I have a spare, which is good because that gives me extra time so we can go along on this venture for a little bit longer and explore a lot of things without having to rush. So, with that said, I'm just going to get into the story. Let's go. You awaken to a heavy, nauseous feeling in your gut. The clock reads 8:03 p.m. Okay. Emma has not been home in hours. You plop down on the living room couch and flip on the television where a middle-aged anchorman reports. CDC via the White House has just announced over 20% of the world is infected with virus Zeta. Reports are coming in from around the globe of a massive spread of this terrible infection that attacks the brain and nervous system, quickly disabling the victim in an effect reanimating the body of the afflicted. Moments ago, we heard from Dr. Anthony Willis, who had... What you talking about, Willis? Sorry. Who has treated the infected and stated they show deterioration of the bone and muscles, a yellowing of the skin, lack of fine motor abilities, described as drunken walk, and inability to speak. Of course. Dr. Willis goes on to explain the virus affects primitive areas of the brain and acts as a parasite which rewires the nervous system of the host to take over functions of the body. Infected become aggressive, attempting to bite, otherwise injure others, and pass on the virus. This just in, Governor Tate has declared a state of emergency, and the National Guard have come in to keep peace in the streets and enforce a mandatory curfew of 9 p.m. Oh my god, really? You peer outside the apartment and from 7 stories up notice crowds of people formed outside. Sirens blare as police vans and cruisers skirt up and down streets, and news helicopters swarm overhead. You remember now the infection. It was only a few days ago you first heard of the outbreak. Emma mentioned reports at the hospital were of a fatal, highly contagious virus spreading like a forest fire if the forest was doused with gasoline. The lights flicker and the television set dims and cuts off. Light streams in through the apartment windows, casting a golden glow through the air, which fades in the recess of the room. You hear movement in the hallway outside of the apartment, and rush to the door. All is silent. You wait and listen, pressing your ear to the hard wood surface. Nothing but silence. You move back to the television and flip the power on and off. Nothing. The dim ambient light from the outside coats the room. Time creeps by as you consider your next move. A sharp scratching noise seeps through the ceiling. Once, then twice, metal scraping cement. You spin in a full circle. The sound comes from the floor above. The scratching builds into harsh screeches, like a fork digging deeper and deeper into a styrofoam plate. No. The sound intensifies for several minutes and then ceases. Yeah, I hate that noise. I mean, I just don't like that noise. I absolutely hate it. Television pops back on. Pictures of infected running through cities across the globe cover the screen. Police and military attempt to subdue the creatures, now called zombies by the media. An announcer describes the macabre truth that infections are spreading rapidly and cautions viewers to stay indoors at all costs. From overhead, you hear a loud thump and a crash of broken glass. An explosion of footsteps rings from the hallway, and several screams cut the air. You think of Emma outside the city. If zombies are running rampant through the streets, uncontrolled by the police, what chances does she have? You need to reach her. There is no landline, and your cell phone is missing. She could be on her way back, but you have no way of reaching her from the apartment. Then again, there's nothing keeping you here. That's right, there's nothing. I think you should go out and find her. Huh? Who agrees with me? Chloe should go out there and find her sister instead of sitting there like an idiot. You change into jeans and a t-shirt. Hey man, that's what I'm wearing. And grab a quick sandwich and a glass of water. After eating, you realize a few items may come in handy should you need to leave or your situation and the relative comfort of the apartment changes. You decide it's best to take a wallet, flashlight, 38 special revolver, a 20 gauge pump action shotgun, a backpack with clothes, food, and water, a multi-tool, and my favorite book. Oh my god, I know I should have like a weapons or a multi-tool or other things that actually would help me survive, but I feel I'm the one person that would take a book with me because I love books and I like reading books. I don't know why, but I guess I'd go with my favorite book. I don't know how that's gonna lay out the rest of the story for us. That's not gonna be good, yes. You cannot bring yourself to leave your book at home in the event that conditions outside make it difficult to return. One more item is all you can take. The next thing you choose is, oh good, we can choose something else. I don't know if we would need our wallet, because zombie apocalypse, you wouldn't need that. You didn't have, I don't know, pay for anything, you just go in and steal whatever you want. 28 gauge pump action shotgun. I don't know much about guns, but I'm gonna choose that. 28 action gauge pump shotgun. Gosh, English. You can't beat the stopping power of a shotgun. Oh no, you can't. And even if a zombie will think twice when you pump a slug in the chamber, what? You take a shotgun from inside a closet and grab a box of shells. What the hell is your sister doing with a shotgun anyway? Yeah, Emma, the fuck are you doing with a shotgun? Okay, yes, I don't swear a lot, but to hell with the new rules and everything that YouTube is fucking putting out there, all that bullshit, family friendly, fuck that. Your kids can't watch it because it's swearing, then just don't let them watch it at all. I mean, come on. Lots of people on YouTube are suffering from this bullshit and all the things that are being made and all the rules that are being made. It's fucking them over so much. And they're losing a lot because of it. Minx titles in her videos and the stuff that she does in her videos, there's no ads or anything because it's not fucking family friendly. Okay, whatever. And that's bullshit. Stop it. I mean, she's not gonna be able to fucking get any money from her videos, and that'll cause her wife to be deported, and all the shit that she's doing, she can't pay for it because she's gonna lose a fucking job. Actually, many people are gonna be losing jobs because of the crap that's happening. YouTube has gone to absolute shit. And as I was talking to Critical Gamer on Twitter, his name is Smurflord777. I had a great conversation with him on Twitter the other day, saying that before in the past, YouTube was a platform where people can express themselves and just do whatever they wanted and make stuff that they enjoyed. But now YouTube is just saying for us to be fucking robots, be happy, be family friendly, and all that crap. We both agreed that it's shit, okay? Sorry. I'm done. Moving on. Now it's time to make a decision. Emma is a smart and capable young woman, but it's your job to watch over her. You can head out and look for a phone, or just leave the building and find her in the city below. On the other hand, it may be best to learn more about the virus, and you could watch the news or search the internet while the power is on. Search the neighboring apartments for a phone, or lock the doors and check the news for updates. We don't need... Wait. No, we need to see how our sister's doing. But it's also equally important to check for updates on the virus. Okay, I'm going to lock the doors, and we are going to check for news updates. You check the locks on the door and put a heavy chair under the doorknob. You hear no more movement in the hallway and return to your living room to learn of any updates on the news. The anchorman looks shaken as he peers into the camera and reports on developments along with a live helicopter feed only a few blocks. Few blocks from your apartment building. We have reports from all over the city of infected creatures, zombies, not sure what to call them, attacking and biting people. The video we are showing is disturbing, and we only show this to present the gravity of the situation. The anchorman clears his throat and goes silent as images of violent attacks stream over the television in some sick silent horror film. Oh God. An infected woman crosses the screen. Oh, her skin yellow with dark green lesions, hair filthy, almost choked on my own saliva. Mouth open with reddish strings of saliva drooling out, and limbs twisting and writhing as if in some perpetual seizure. Across the street, an older man is locking the gate of his furniture shop. The zombie sprints forward, arms flailing, legs stiff. The owner turns and spots the creature. In the silence of the footage, you can hear his scream as she leaps onto his chest. Oh God. Her momentum drops into the ground. The camera zooms in as the zombie burrows her teeth into the shop owner's face. Blood squirts and streams up and over her. The lights in your apartment flicker and go out along with the television. The hum of the building's electrical power fades, leaving the apartment in complete silence, except for a scratching noise coming down from the hall. Oh, that's some scary shit. You realize you must reach Emma somehow. Either call her by phone or find her outside in the city. It is best to head downstairs and deal with the chaos. You head into the hallway. Someone will let you use their phone to call Emma. There have to be others still in the building. Behind locked doors, finding your sister is your only priority. The lights flicker and cast an eerie glow all around. Power fluctuates off and on. It's silent again. Way too silent. You head to the apartment. What? Okay. 7A, Mr. Connor, antiques dealer, or 7C, unknown occupant, 7D, unknown occupant. Well then, I'm just gonna go into Mr. Connor's. Maybe he can help us. Antiques dealer. You knock at the door but notice it is ajar. No light escapes the small opening. Static from the television or radio permeates the air. This is Arthur Connor's apartment, an antiques dealer who usually keeps his shop open late in the evening. Your sister mentioned him a few times, mostly to tell you to avoid him at all costs. Oh boy. Arthur is quite old, probably late 70s. Hey man, way to go. Oh, that's awesome. On one occasion you did meet him, about as friendly as a starving hyena. Ugh. He won't take too kindly to your being in his apartment without permission. I enter anyway because rules change when the apocalypse is right behind me. Decided it's best to keep out of Connor's apartment, mostly because you don't want to hear him whine. Fuck it. We're gonna enter anyway, because this is a zombie apocalypse and rules don't matter. You ease the door open and step inside. Helicopters outside thrust light through the blinds, creating a striped pattern across the wall of the apartment. You stand in the living room, atop an oriental rug stretched across a hardwood floor. Victorian-style couches and a love seat are arranged in the center of the room, with a that was a stutter. Victrola on a pedestal next to them. You glance at the old music player with its large funnel-shaped horn and hand crank that spins the record. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know those things. I may not be from that era and don't have one of those. I'm smart, though. I'm clever. I know what those are. Considering how it was made in such a simpler, less zombie-filled time. Impressionist art hangs from the walls, and statues of Aphrodite and Apollo stand guard on either side of the apartment's lone exit. You check the bedroom and find a well-kept room in perfect order, a closet full of old clothes pressed and hanged or folded in neat piles, a large steamer trunk with photos turned gray and brown from aging, a scrapbook and a box with a top hat, A large oak dresser stretches across the northern wall. You hit pay dirt as the bottom drawer has a Smith & Wesson Model 10 encased with a box of .38 caliber ammunition. You take the gun and ammo and return to the living room. Nice. You perform a more thorough search from the living room and find no phone. You step into the kitchen and spot a radio on a counter next to the coffee maker. Static fills the area, so you turn off the radio. The white noise dies out and is replaced by the sounds of scraping, similar to what you heard in your apartment. You spin around, look up, and put your hand on the revolver, readying yourself for whatever is making the noise. It slides from one end of the room to the other, crossing the walls behind overhead cabinets. You search through each one, anxiously waiting for something to leap out. You find nothing but soup cans, old dried pasta, and glass jars of herbs. In the glass cupboard, you open up a can of coffee and find a roll of money inside. Nice. I wish I could find that. Just kidding. The scraping intensifies in the corner of the room as you consider the money roll. Leave the money. I'm a survivor, not a thief. Take the money. I have to think for myself, and this cash may help. Yes, it will. So take it. We're going to take the money. You shove the wad of bills in your pocket and go back into the living room. Having checked out all of Connor's apartment, you walk back into the hallway. Your humanity decreases slightly. What? Oh, crap, we're going insane. You think you should check another apartment. You head to... I don't know, let's head to, 70, I don't know. As you step toward the apartment, sound resonates through the door. A loud male voice, repeated clicking noises, a constant electric hum. You knock on the door. All goes silent. Moments pass. You listen and hear the rattling of locks and chains at the door, which springs open. A tall man in his early 20s answers the door wearing a tie-dye t-shirt and faded blue jeans with dark brown sandals and a full bushy blonde beard. Whoa, dude. Hippie. Hey, man, what's up? A blue wool knit cap is pulled tightly over his head. He leans out of the door, looks left to right, and then pulls you into the apartment. Oh, my. Okay, then. Inside is a geek's wonderland. Oh, hell yeah. My kind of place. Half a dozen laptops blinking and buzzing in a row. A large plasma television with 8 different view channels tiled on the screen. Wires and cables on the walls, hanging from the ceiling, and crisscrossing every inch of walking space. Dozens of open cans of Red Bull spread across various surfaces. Ew, Red Bull's gross. Comic books and graphic novels strewn about. Lord of the Rings memorabilia set in a shrine near an open kitchen. Oh, hell yeah. Even though I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Oh, calm down. Calm down. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Nah. And dozens of movie posters covering sci-fi over the past 30 years. Nice. Oh God, his name is Jason. Hey, I'm Jason. Have a seat. He states through a raspy cigarette-soaked voice and sits in a rolling chair, positioned in front of the row of laptops. He taps away at a PC and yells at a screen. Okay. Should I get a voice for him? I don't know if I can do a voice. Raspy? People are just rising from the dead all over the world. It's global zombie chaos. This is undead Armageddon. What? Oh shit. Hey, Jason, I'm Chloe. Yeah, that's us. I'm Chloe. I really need a phone. Do you have one I can use for a quick call? Not sure what you're trying to prove asking me that, Jason says, shaking his head. I'm not trying to prove anything, I just need a phone. Jason, give me a phone before I break your neck. Jason, I'm a minister and need to make an important call that may save a life. Or this is an amazing setup you have. I've never seen systems linked this way. Hey, think I can borrow a phone real quick? I got to tell my friend about this. Dude, got a phone? I just need to call my sister and make sure she's okay. Go with that. Am I a minister? Am I? Oh well, now we are. Jason removes an earbud from his ear. No, sorry, I was talking to my buddy, Detzer on VoIP, trying to stay off the cell phone grid. No problem. Can I use, VoIP to call someone? As Jason flicks switches and taps on keys, the laptops turn off, as do the monitors and televisions, and the lights dim. Jason moves to a side wall with what looks like the most elaborate fuse box in North America and pushes wires and fuse caps around. You see, this epidemic is underreported. Most of Europe is already zombie-fest, and there are millions of Asian zombies running around. Okay. These things aren't like the movies. They're even more ferocious. You've got to destroy their heads, or they just get back up more pissed than ever. A long shrieking noise echoes through the apartment. You and Jason freeze. The sound was not natural, not human, and not animal. You close your eyes to focus on listening, but only hear the hum of the computers and your own rapid breathing. Jason runs to the door and presses his ear against it. His mouth opens wide and a gasp, but no sound emanates. He rushes towards you, grabs your shoulders, and begins pushing you to the door. Sorry, you gotta go. Before you have a chance to reply, Jason leads you through the door and closes it. You are standing in the hallway, alone once more. What the hell, man? You just... Why? Why did we get kicked out? Just... Ow. My wrist. Holy crap. Well, I guess we're on our own. Jeez. Nice. You realize that staying upstairs is a waste of time. And if you want to find Emma and get out of the city, you'll have to make your way downstairs. Oh, God, no, man, not downstairs. Okay, well, anyway, we're going on to the next chapter. The journey downstairs. You head down the hallway and step into the open elevator. The lights inside flicker and you hit the down button. Nothing happens. You realize there must not be enough power going through the building for the elevator to work. The metal door of the stairwell beckons you. As the fog of your hangover slowly lifts, you recall this stairwell is closed for repairs below the third-floor landing. The best plan is to walk there and check around for a phone. You step inside to the darkness. A wave of cold air swallows you. A low humming echoes in the distance. But the closest sound is that same scratching noise. It seems to be coming from all around you with no discernible source. How do you proceed? I'm not going back to my apartment. Also, that would be really stupid. Let's not run down the stairs. We should head down cautiously. Each step is taken carefully, and you use the railing and feeling out with the other hand in front of you, like swimming through the thick darkness. The air is musty, and you smell the strong odor of rotten meat. Your legs scrape against trash and debris as you walk down. You kick obstacles in front of you to clear a path. Your foot presses down on something soft, but you keep your balance, vaulting over whatever it is beneath you. The debris shifts and rises, spilling trash outward from a central point, where you perceive a figure rising from the midst of the debris. It stands, maybe 6 feet tall, but other details are lost in the darkness. He creeps towards you, reaching out with each hand, his arms long and fingers curled. He stumbles forward and legs at odd angles, stepping in and out of the trash with the difficulty of being held by quicksand. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay. That's weird. The man darts forward, but you sidestep and run half a flight down the stairwell. A high-pitched scream pierces the air, and you know your next move is critical as a strange man closes in. Oh my God. What? Kneel on the ground and pray? That won't help. Figure a way out of this. Or should we just use the shotgun? Okay, figure a way out. You get the sense that the creature is impaired by the darkness as much as you. There is a considerable debris on the stairs, and you kick several larger pieces in front of you and scatter some down the stairs to create more obstacles in his path. You creep to your left, and the man follows your movement. His mouth cranes open. and he hisses and raises both hands toward your throat. You turn and bolt down the stairs, and you hear the heavy footsteps of a man behind you, clodding like a bull. This large pile of debris lies directly ahead, so you juke to the right and leap sideways. You peer over your shoulder and catch sight as the man lunges, but steps squarely on the mass of trash. He loses footing and stumbles forward in a loud crash. You run downstairs and step past the 4th floor door. The man is not in sight, but you yank the door open and hide behind it. A bright stream of light pours from the 4th floor hallway into the stairwell, illuminating the area. The man's footsteps ring through the stairwell, closer and closer, the pounding echoes, until the mad growling of the creature blocks any other noise. You hear the man turn into the 4th floor hallway. His heavy stomps and guttural shrieks fade over time. You close it. We close the door and jam the leg of a broken chair into the handle, hoping it will at least slow the man down. Wasting no time, you move to the next landing at the 3rd floor and enter the hallway. Ooh, we're on the next chapter, 3rd floor. Let's keep going, 'cause this is awesome. Okay. What? Okay. Progress saved. Should you die during the next chapter, you will have the option of trying again from this exact point, or to replay the game from the very beginning. Please note that this option applies only to this session. After quitting the game, the next time you play it will be from the very beginning. So, guys, let's go into this and not fucking die. Because if we do, we're screwed. Pardon me. Go to old Dr. Pepper. Okay, not that I want to continue, but I don't want to die though, cause that. Oh boy. But if we do, only at one time we'll be able to go back to that point. So let's get going. In the dimly lit hallway. Spelling error. Found it. Got-y. On the 3rd floor, you pause for a moment to collect your thoughts. Things just got more real. Sure, it was my ear. Sure, it was disturbing to watch on TV, but you just encountered an actual infected person. A zombie. You have to make contact with Emma, and either need to find a phone or somehow locate her in this crazy zombie-filled city. You move down the hallway. It's only a few degrees warmer than the stairwell, and you rub your arms to generate some heat. The hallway runs east-west and is wider than other floors, and you recall this area houses management offices, maintenance, and a cafe. You could surely find a phone in one of the offices, or maybe one on the staff has remained and can help you. On the other hand, the maintenance area may have tools or other items that could come in handy. You could also search the cafe, which must have a phone or at least some food to take. I think we are gonna head over to the maintenance offices on the south side. You walk to the end of the hallway, which turns east and continues on. Through the darkness, floodlights provide enough illumination to see 30 feet ahead. A musty screen of white, billowy smoke hangs in the air, and you hear the low hum of steam vents and machinery working. The air is noticeably warmer, enough that the adrenaline in your veins and the rise in temperature have you covered in a film of sweat. Ew. That's gross. Water stains spot the drop ceiling, and the tiles bulge every few feet, through which the scurrying of rodents can be heard. Up ahead is a single wooden door with a glass pane, and the works Michael Woods, maintenance supervisor, etched in black. Lights flicker behind it, and as you step closer, you see the silhouette of a man inside. There is no movement, and no sound from within. Hopefully it's not a zombie, but I hope that God we don't die from doing this, but I'm gonna open the door and enter. You step inside the maintenance office, which is fairly cluttered with old machine parts and tools. A table lamp flickers, and you smell a mixture of oil and burnt cigarettes in the air. It's not a zombie. Nope. We're good. It's a real person. A tall, burly man sits on the edge of a metal desk. He is wearing a brown uniform with work boots and a tag on his chest reads Mike. Hey, Mike. Glad you're still here. He has a dirty rag pressed against his neck and blood streaks through it. A bottle of whiskey and a .38 special lie on the desk. Hey, how you doing? I am not good at doing dudes' voices. Hey, how you doing? He asks in a husky voice. He breathes heavily and grimaces every few seconds. Oh no fucking duh, you got quite a bit of a friggin' wound in your neck. Attend to the man's wound. Ask him if he has a phone. Ask him if he knows the way out. Okay, now is the time to choose carefully. But, he may be the only person here. I don't want to attack him, though. Even though he might turn into a zombie. Man, I wish I could do two things. I'd first attend to the man's wound and then ask him if he has a phone. But I think I'm going to ask him if he has a phone first. You step forward and scan the room for any signs of a phone or exit. I'm doing okay considering the circumstances. I need to use a phone if you have one. He smiles and shakes his head. Fuck. God damn it, we don't have a phone. Sorry, honey. The phone system is down in the building. One of my maintenance guys has a cell phone, but I haven't seen him in a few hours. Mike takes a deep breath and leans back, shifting his weight. Tears well up in the corners of his eyes. He takes a swig from the whiskey bottle and sets it back down. I got into a fight with one of those things, those zombies. It was a tough one, but I got it down. The thing, it bit me. Mike pauses for another belt from his bottle. We both know what happens next, and I don't want to be one of them. I can already feel the venom flowing through me. I can tell it's changing me. I got my gun here. He lifts the revolver off the desk and waves it around. I know what I gotta do. I gotta stop the infection from turning me, but I tried to do it and I can't. I just can't pull the trigger. Mike puts his hand over his eyes and sobs. Moments go by, he coughs hard and lifts his head up. No, shut up. Issues? Fuck, this is bullshit. Okay. Girl, I don't want to shoot him. But am I gonna end up crying if I don't want to shoot Mike? Well, I guess I'll have to. They'll put him out of his misery and it will stop him from turning. Because he doesn't want to turn into a zombie. Personally, I don't. I wish I didn't have to shoot him. I guess we know what comes next. You take the gun and aim it at Mike, who closes his eyes and smiles. You pause for a moment, then pull the trigger and watch the man's head jerk back from the blast. He slumps forward, backwards over the desk. His legs kick out and then fall still. The rag falls away from his neck, and you see the large bite marks across his neck forming into a large patch of green skin. You search the room and find 2 meatball sandwiches in a lunch bag along with 4 bottles of water. A knapsack is tucked under the desk, so you take all the items and shove them in your bag. A multi-tool lies under an old brown coat, and you throw it in the bag as well. You sling the knapsack over your shoulder, pick up the bottle of whiskey, and tuck Mike's gun in your belt. Past the desk exit. Past the desk is an exit, a short hallway leading to the stairwell. You walk down to the ground floor landing. Though you took Mike's life, you know it was a humane act. I'm actually trying not to crack here? I literally almost started crying. We just lost the mic. God damn it. Okay. Next chapter. Progress saved. Yeah, it's like an actual game. I love games. What? Continue. Only a few rays of light peek through a small window in the lobby's stairwell door. As you descend the unlit stairway, a cacophony of sound flows from the other side, breaking of wood and glass, a woman screaming, sirens blaring, a man yelling orders to fire, and loud grunting of what you can only assume are more zombies. You step through the door and see a riot of activity. On the right of the stairwell door, the two corpses lie still on the ground. A young woman in a tan and green sundress, and an older male in a business suit whose head is half torn away. Ew. Oh. To your left, the lobby opens up with plush leather couches and chairs, towering plants, and a central fountain. Its beauty is in direct contrast to the rest of the lobby, which shows the aftermath of a battle of zombie versus man. Dead bodies are scattered about, all shapes and sizes of corpse, at least a dozen in count. Humans lie with their throats ripped open, entrails spilled out, limbs twisted in angles, and expressions of horror frozen on their dead faces. Standing at the east side, trapped behind a counter formerly used as a reception area, are two young women using brooms to fend off an advancing zombie dressed as a bike messenger. Oh, God. Well, maybe he has a message. Maybe the message is... I don't know. What was that? I'm sorry. To the north is an office with a placard reading Brad Spencer. Deep gore marks are displayed across the office door. Lying in front of it is a handsome man in a charcoal gray suit, with his leg badly injured, and a pool of deep crimson blood creeping out of a wound on his thigh. The sound side is triple glass doors used as the building's main entrance. Two policemen stand on the street side, holding the doors closed. Automatic rifles in hand, you realize you must be controlling who goes in and out. It may be difficult to get by them without helping the women fighting off the zombies, or helping the man by the manager's office. You also notice the electricity must be on again, as the elevators are lit up. Dude, these elevators are lit! You curse silently, considering the ordeal you've had taking the stairs. Oh, wow. Chloe, you lazy piece of crap. What is your next course of action? Check the man by the manager's door? No. Help the woman? Yeah. I'm gonna help the woman fighting off the zombie. Oh, nice. Nice picture. You move toward the reception area to gain a better view of the action. The zombie bike messenger is in a skin-tight red and black racing suit. Oh boy. He appears almost comical as his helmet is strapped across his back, bouncing as he chases the potential victims. You consider the bad luck he had of having gear to protect his head and not using it. That's a shame. Always wear your helmet, kids. A large circular piece of flesh and skull is missing from the back of his cranium. You hear the soft hum of his MP3 player on a full blast as the earbuds dangle around. These two women are early 20s and dressed as if coming from a jog, and you formulate a scenario in your head in which the two women were casually jogging down the street and the biker stopped to flirt with them, only to progress the current situation. "Mindy, he's coming to your left!" screams the taller redhead. "Hey, hi, how you doing?" Nice. Her ponytail flailing around like a blaze of a windmill. "I got him, Candace," says the shorter woman. She has jet black hair and a pixie cut. You admire the shape of the hairdo and how it frames her face, momentarily forgetting they are in the fight of their lives. Candace and Mindy are playing a game of merry-go-round with the zombie. As he is chasing them in a circle around the receptionist's counter, each has a long broom which they must thrust to keep him away if he gets too close. You wonder why they have made no attempt to leave through the lobby exit and wonder if the police have anything to do with it. Shoot the zombie and get the heck out of the lobby. Distract the zombie, lead him away from Candace and Mindy? I leave the girls to defend them for themselves. It's not my problem. Well, this is the apocalypse and it's every man for himself. But we're not assholes. I'm gonna try and distract the zombie and lead him away from Candace and Mindy. You run to the edge of the lobby near the elevator doors and throw a piece of broken wood at the zombie. It clanks against his head and he spins in anger, growling at the air. You jump up and down, yelling, "Over here!" The zombie's turned between you and the woman, like he is deciding between the two potential meals. You look around and find a broken piece of tile from the floor and heave it at the zombie. It breaks on the wall next to him, sending shards at his face. Enraged, he dashes towards you. While he is running, you run into the elevator and press the top floor button. You press your body against the wall, and as the zombie bursts through the open doors, you kick your foot out and catch his shin. The ex-bike messenger falls hard to the elevator floor, and you step outside. The doors close just as the zombie stands, and you hear him clawing at the elevator door as he is carried up. You run back into the lobby, and Mindy and Candace approach. "Thanks so much for your help," says Mindy. She breathes hard and inhales deeply, then shakes her legs and arms. "Yeah, that was amazing," said Candace. "I can't believe no one else helped us." "Wow, that's awful." Mindy looks around and says sarcastically, "Yes, all of the dead people didn't lift a finger." Ha 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 ha, that's funny. Offer them water, they need it after that workout. Don't offer them anything, I need to worry about my own survival. And now my stomach is protesting. Great, I'm hungry. Okay, I'm not gonna bother, I'm not giving them anything. They're gonna fend for themselves. I need to worry about myself. Oh no, my humanity decreased again. Ah, God, we're going insane. You must be exhausted from running around so much. He was chasing us for 20 minutes. By the way, I'm Mindy, and this is Candace. Nice to meet you. I'm Chloe. We should get out of here. The police wouldn't let us by with that zombie running around. What is your next course of action? Search the body of the young woman in tan green sundress. Search the body of the older male. Check the man by the manager's door with the bleeding leg, or head outside through the glass doors. I'm going to check the body of the older male in the business suit. Maybe he'll have something. You kneel beside the tall and slender older man with a brown business suit, who is face up and staring at the ceiling with dead glazed eyes. The hole in his head faces you, a brownish meaty mess of bone and flesh with jagged edges. Blood is pooled and appears as a red halo around the dead man's head. His fingers and hands have abrasions, and the ends of his sleeves and jacket closest to his wrists are deep red and frayed. As you check him closer, you find his leg. His left leg is almost 180 degrees turned so that the kneecap is facing the floor, and a piece of bone near the ankle similar to the handle of a lollipop is poking through the pant of his leg. Oh God, ew. You check his pants pockets and remove $42 bills. And remove $42 in folded bills and a handful of change. Next, you search his velvet pocket and find a small gold pocket watch with a chain connecting it to a higher part of the vest. Finally, you check the inner pockets of his suit jacket. Several receipts, a 4x5-inch black notebook, and a pack of breath mints. His outer pockets have nothing in them. Something grabs your leg. You turn and see the woman in the tan green dress sitting up. Oh God, her eyes blank and mouth open in a snarl. Her yellow hand has latched onto your ankle while she's using you to pull as she rises. Swing my shotgun around and blast her. Blast her! Blast her in the face! The size of the shotgun makes maneuvering difficult, but you swing it around and aim at her head. The woman is in full zombie mode with green marks over her face, arms, and legs, and her fingers have turned rigid and sharp which dig into your flesh. Her mouth foams with a brown, thick liquid as she utters indecipherable words. Indecipherable, sorry. You fire around clear into her head, and her hear a loud crack as she slugs, as the slug makes contact and turns her face into a bloody mess. The zombie's body goes limp, and her hand releases from your ankle. The blood splatter has stained your left pant leg like it ran through a sprinkler of red dye. Ooh. Your ankle feels tender and wet. Oh God. You check it to find the skin where she grabs you have been sliced open and fake fingernails are embedded in the flesh. You pry them out and press your pant leg against the skin to apply some degree of pressure to stop the flow of blood. You head back into the center of the lobby. What is your next course of action? Let's get the fuck out of here. The triple doors are tall glass with gold-colored frames and door handles. They are locked shut as you approach. The two policemen on the other side point to you and wave. They are dressed in full battle gear with Kevlar vests and pads over their shins and thighs. You cannot hear what they are saying through the glass doors, but realize you are being ordered to back away. You knock on the window and point at the door handle to get them to open it. The taller African-American officer waves you back again, but the smaller policeman points his M16 assault rifle in your direction. You mouth the words, "Open the door." The taller policeman takes out his keys and unlocks the doors. Oh my God, thank you. At least you have some sanity and reason. I am Officer Murdoch, and this is my partner Briggs. No one is getting out while the curfew is on, and those things are running around in the city, he says as he cracks open the door. You raise your hands up to show you are not threatening in any way, and explain that I need to reach my sister, because that is the only thing I care about. The priority for you is reaching your sister. You may be able to convince the police officers that your sister needs you. So you... Tell the truth. Oh my God. You take a deep breath. Officers, my sister Emma left this apartment building a few hours ago and hasn't returned. The truth says that she had to run some errands and I was asleep when she left. When I woke up and heard about the curfew, I immediately came downstairs to find her. I need to reach her while there's still time and the whole city hasn't been overrun by zombies. I realize you have your orders, but would you do in my situation? What would you do in my situation? She's my only sister, and I have to do what I can to make sure she's safe. The policemen look again at each other. As Murdoch looks back, he swings the door open wide. I have a sister and a daughter, and I can understand how important it is to keep them safe. Now get out there and be careful. This city is dangerous, and half the people are infected or crazy. Find your sister. Thank you, officers. You say and run down the street. You don't look back and only think of reaching your sister and wonder where she could be in this chaotic and dark city. I could wonder that too, because somewhere in that city, but we're not going to be finding that right now, because I'm going to leave this episode here. That was very interesting. I'm enjoying this story very much. There's so much detail, and I don't know, it's like such a cool game. I like these choose-your-own-adventure style kind of games. They're really interesting, and I like how they play out when you make the certain different choices that lead you up into the progression of the story. And so far, we haven't died, which is a good thing, so I hope we can keep that up in the next episode. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that button down below. And like always, I will catch you all in the next video. Stay awesome. Bye!